In the beginning of creation, Hashem created many different species of animals. And He created also, I want to say Lahavdil, He created also the human being, He created Adam Rishon. But there's a fundamental difference in between the way He created the animals and the way He created Adam. And that is, all the animals were created, they were created in pairs, Zachar and Nekeva. Whereas the human being was created,
cleaved together,
was created as a single unit. And then at a certain point in time, Adam realizes, that's no fair. everyone has a mate, and me, why am I alone? Mm-hmm. So what does the Eibush to do? So Hashem makes a surgery, and He takes out part of Adam Rishon and turns it into a woman. Yeah. So I mean, there are a lot of questions over here. Number one, why didn't Hashem create Adam and Chava together? Why didn't He create, just like He created all of the species, He created a male and female. So why over here also didn't He create in the same way? He knew that there's going to be needed male and female. And then, when Adam realizes he needs a mate, the same Hashem who created the heavens and the earth and everything within them, and He created everything, something from nothing, yesh mi'ayin. Suddenly Hashem says, okay, I ran out of raw materials. If I'm going to create a woman, I need to do a surgery. I need to extract part of you and build it into a woman. Why didn't He just create a woman? Just like He created the man. Now that Hashem realized, oops, we missed something. Create a woman. So it's actually, the Rashba says, and one of the chuvas of the Rashba says, that in order to have the V'hoyu L'basar Echad, in order to have that the dveikus, the connection between husband and wife, should be an absolute unity, they could not be created separate. Because if they were created originally as two separate beings, even if they were to marry and even if they were to come together, you wouldn't be able to have V'hoyu L'basar Echad. They wouldn't become one. The only way that they can truly become one is if originally they started out as one, and then they're divided, and then you bring them back together. It's just a matter of reuniting two halves that were originally parted, and that's why you can have this complete dveikus. And this is what it talks about in the Zohar also. The Zohar says that when Hashem sends the neshamas down in the world, the neshama contains both a male and a female component, and then when it comes into the world, it divides, it splits, and one enters into a man and one enters into a woman, and then when they come together, that's the reuniting of a single neshama. The Alter Rebbe talks about it in one of his mamarim, and he says this is why there's a tremendous joy by a chasana. What's the reason for a tremendous joy of a chasana? He says, imagine if you have two friends that didn't meet each other for many years, closest of friends, and then you reunite, there's a tremendous joy. That's the joy that we're experiencing by a chasana, is the two halves of the neshama, which are originally one, but they've been separated for so many years, when they finally are reunited, that brings about this tremendous simcha. And we see that also in life. You have parents and children, they love each other very much. There's no question about it. But the father, the mother, they have their life, and the children, al ken yazavish, the children have their own life. And although it's a great relationship, but at the end of the day, it's not about coming together and having a single life, a single unit. That's a bias naman b'Yisrael, when two people come together, and there is no me, there is no you, there's only us, there's only a we, right? Because we have together, we have our goals, two people become one. It's not only a mystical, spiritual thing of the neshamas. That's really what marriage is two people sharing a life. And there is no other relationship. Your best friend, you can love your best friend, but you don't share your life with your best friend. You have your life, they have their life, and you like talking with each other, and you like being with each other. Same thing is true with your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your children. You have your life, they have their life, hopefully, in a healthy family dynamic. You have your life, and they have their life. But in marriage, it doesn't work that way. It's not, I have my life, and my wife has her life, and once in a while we get together and we talk to each other. No, we have a life together, and our whole life is tied together. Every part of our life is tied together.